The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the San Francisco 49ers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Freeman. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Ryan. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
I know that's their first connection in this game, but you and I both know that Julio Jones is without a doubt his quarterback's favorite target.
Oh, yeah, Matt Ryan loves this guy, and who wouldn't?
Yeah, and the reason that he's that is because of his dependability. And quarterbacks have to have that from their receivers, meaning they know where they're going to be when they're running certain routes. They don't break them on them. They don't change them up and do their own freelance stuff and put their quarterbacks in bad situations. Matt Ryan has ultimate trust in Julio Jones.
They go play action now. Ryan. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
54. Right, 54. I'm going to run you. Yo, faster.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. They'll get this into the hands of Breida. A gain there of 21 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
We go. 15, Lonnie. 15 line.
Off of play action, it's McSorley. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. They wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
On third down, a run from Breida. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Matt Breida with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Hey, bye-bye. 20.
On second and a couple, Ryan. Jones has it, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 3 catches last week. He's got 3 in the first quarter here tonight. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Niners' 35-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Ryan. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there and a first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Hey, Tuesday. Hey, wahoo!
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. Gets it off to Freeman. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it a second down.
Ready, like 25.
Now it's Ryan. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
Mike, 49. Come up the ball. 49. Hey, box truck.
From the gun, Ryan. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Nick Bosa drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Oh, that is a complete shank. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Set, ready, 18, Gator. Double dog.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 30, 10, 5, touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Operating from the gun, Ryan. And that is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
On the double.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. 2nd and 10, it's McSorley. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
They run, Devontae Freeman. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, but now it'll be 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end pass rush. They've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
3rd and long, it's Ryan. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tavarius Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
30 base. Yeah.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. A big seam, and he might go all the way. 30, 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, 98 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again,
and again.
and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Ready.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Hey, 59, ready. 21. Greystone, Travis, ready to go.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 15 yards, first down Atlanta. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Ryan. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 21.
3 calls, 132 fighters.
On 1st down, it's Freeman. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Ryan. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Tavarius Moore. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready, set.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Breida to get the 3rd quarter started. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
Back at the 29-yard line.
Let's go now. 90 Wolf. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache. Five.
On 3rd down, it's McSorley. Completes it to Samuel. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 44 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is McSorley. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. McSorley sets to pass. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Get that quarterback. Get it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Now McSorley. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. 6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. That'll be complete to Breida. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
At their own 30-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter if it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They are making plays on the...
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarkowski Tart. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense. But that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes where those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spot.
And now here is another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They run again with Breida. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
50, plant.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now this time he'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back.
You draw corpus. Whip. Watch the whip. Bravo.
McSorley from the shotgun. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
25! I got you.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
11! Get out!
From the gun on third down, Ryan. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. Well, the D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play? Or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz. And in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that fourth down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Dancing to his left, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. So, following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Rabbit.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They go play action now with McSorley. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Dante Pettis, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. The tackle by Eric Armstead. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Let's rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
8 read.
Crunch time, defense.
X3. 218. Chopper. Up. Ready.
They'll run again with Pirine. And an alley to run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now Pirine. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
45. In your face.
And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 29.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now a carry for Pirine. Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
Come on, set. 15, Lonnie. 15 line. I got it. Lead them.
And they take a knee.
McSorley on the keeper.
So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. 5.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
McSorley on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.